So we're here today with Loren Wood from Loren Wood Builders. I'm Megan Summers-Glenn from the Kopp Team, and this is Loren. Loren, I've known you.
Hello.
So, what's your elevator pitch when people ask about your work?
You know, it's a small town, so I feel like at this point, most people who know the building industry know who we are. And I'd say my just quick 1-minute response to that is, I think the thing that is really special and unique about our company is really the depth and the breadth of talent on our team. We have just over 60 just very talented, very dedicated people across the gamut of work underneath the design build auspices of our firm. So really talented and dedicated design team, certainly office and project management team, and people who are just really excited about doing the construction management and company management work that we do. And then we have a really deep bench of carpenters, trim carpenters, framers, painters, electricians, masons, etc., who love what they do and are really good at what they do. And I think, you know, relative to other general contractors and design build companies in our general area, I'd say that we're probably 4 or 5 times the size of most of them. And so, you know, having that size of team just allows us or gives us the capability to tackle some really large, difficult, you know, challenging, complex projects in a way that sometimes the smaller teams just aren't able to.
You're still a local company. It's not an outside company coming in and building some huge building and you're here. So what do you think is the secret to your success as a business?
I don't think it's a secret, and I appreciate you feeling like we're successful. I feel like we're successful on our best days. You know, I think business is hard. Certainly, you know, building and construction is challenging. But we try really hard every day to do what we say we do, to act with integrity and you know, to focus on our core values, you know, which are paying attention to details, providing a highly positive client experience, and providing a highly positive work environment, and then just acting with integrity and you know, being accountable for what we say we're going to do. And I don't think it's a secret. I think that from day one, the thing that allowed us as a company to be successful was we just did what we said we were going to do as often as is humanly possible. And when we weren't able to do it, we tried to circle the wagons around that problem and fix it.
So that kind of leads to the next question, which is personal, not just as a business, but when you make a mistake, how do you pick yourself up from that? Or
yeah, I just try to own it first of all, and then listen to the critique or criticism that's coming at me, and try not to let my defensiveness boil up immediately, you know, and to try and understand and hear, and then take that back and do my best to analyze what went wrong and what I had control over and what I didn't. And to the extent that I had control over the mistake that was made and my team had control over the mistake that was made, you know, do my best to try and organizationally or personally restructure my approach to not make that mistake again. It's hard as we've gotten bigger, that's become a little more challenging, making changes.
What's something an outsider wouldn't know about the work?
Me personally or the business?
Either, whatever you feel like answering.
You know, I think that we a lot of people don't know that we do a fair amount of like commercial work. You know, we're known for building houses. You know, a lot of people don't know what we do in the residential construction side either. They know maybe that we build houses, but you know, a large portion of what we do are large scale renovations, both residential and commercial, and about 30% of our work is commercial. This year we renovated a huge warehouse by Switchyard Park, you know, right there, adjacent to Storage Express, between Storage Express and the warehouse, you know, that's that youth facility. You know, so that was half of our work for the first half of the year. But that's not what people realize. But that's just not. It's not on the radar. It's not something that we always. And we've done a couple other really large-scale commercial renovations this year.
Oh, cool. That's good to know. Okay, this is personal. What are? How many hours of sleep do you need a night? Not too personal, just a little.
Well,
it's a question we've been asking lots of people.
So
It's an
I
interesting-
track my sleep because I'm a nerd.
You are a nerd, but so am
I go
I.
to bed between 8:30 and 9:30, and I'm usually asleep before 10, and I get up at 5 every morning. And usually I don't wake up too often. But, you know, so I probably average between 6.5 and 7.5 hours each night. I think how much I need is 7.5 to 8, and how much I get is about 6.5 to 7. But
we hear that a lot.
yeah. But, you know, it's been years and years. Like I'd say I spent long years not sleeping enough and having a lot of stress and anxiety. And I've become a lot more disciplined about that and trying to be healthier from a mental health standpoint, emotional,
this is your
physical
life.
health. Yeah. And, you know, my kids, I didn't have kids when I started this business. And so it was easier for me to sort of abuse myself that way. And Lindsay was pretty forgiving about it. But as our kids got older and I saw that time moving so fast, I was like,
yeah, you have these realizations.
Yeah, but also, you know, I want to exercise. I want to feel good during the day.
What
How about you? How many hours of sleep do you get?
I like 8.
Is that how many you get, or is that how many you like?
I work hard to get that. What are some things you love about Bloomington?
Yeah, I mean, I love the community, obviously. I mean, I moved here in 95 or 96. I didn't intend to stay here, but I did. And, you know, I just got immersed in the community. And
you've gotten your family to move
here? Yeah,
here?
My folks moved here. My little brother moved here. My wife's folks moved here. They live next door to me. Her older brother moved here. So, yeah, definitely. You know, I think it's got a lot. Obviously, I like the location. I like being in sort of the Indiana Uplands region, you know, in the hills. We live over towards Brown County on a farm, and so I like I like the aesthetics and the feel of living in the hills of southern Indiana.
Yeah, beautiful.
I like a small town, and this is maybe a little bigger than what I like, but not too big. You're very close, easy to get out of town, especially if you live out of town. But then still, obviously, a lot of the amenities of a mid-sized town and a campus town and wonderful arts. And I don't go to a ton of concerts, but I like that I can. You know, I love the Buskirk Chumley. I'm on the plug for Buskirk Chumley Theater. I'm on the board over there. And, you know, the arts organizations like Lotus, you know, Arts and Education Foundation and, you know, Constellation now. And you know, but there's just so much to offer. The Sycamore Land Trust. It's just got a lot of really rich, like, arts and other organizations that support people and humanity.
That's my last question for you is what's your North Star as a person or for the company? You can speak either or both.
I think I talked earlier about our guiding principles as a company, and I'd say that they really truly are our North Stars. We talk about them all the time. We hire and fire by them, and we really gauge our success or failure by how well we're living up to those. You know, maintaining a really highly positive work environment, providing and curating a really highly positive client experience, and, you know, paying attention to the details in the work that we do. Of course, we're a design build firm, and then you know, just being accountable. I think those are I don't know that's my North Star, but I'd say personally, and with respect to this company, and as a parent and as a husband, I just want to be a good person in the community. You know, I want to be like, you know, I just want to have a positive impact, like I did when I was a teacher. And you know, as a teacher, it's sort of a mixed bag. Like, you know, you're doing good work, probably. You're like, this is important work. I'm doing it. Like, I don't know. I don't see immediate like success there. You know, you're not like, those kids really learned today, but. You know, you get these like big picture where you see these kids who you had years ago and you're like, oh, they're so successful.
Well, I live in a house that was built by you. I gotta say, I wake up every morning so happy to live there. So you bring a lot of joy to my life. And
I remember all aspects of that house, opening
it
up and the renovation and the foundation and
I think a lot of people here remember working on that house. There were a lot of hands on that house.
Yeah, a lot of love went into the house.
I feel it. So thank you.
Awesome. Well, thanks for letting me talk about my company and myself.
Thank you.
You sure
Thanks for letting us in.
More.